You know, promotion is what we do. Alright, what's up everybody? Hope you're having a great day. I'm here, another day, another video. And in this video, I have someone special with me. This particular woman have been working with everyone from Korke to Judith to Pamela from Carlos, and Pamela is working with me, setting up the nutrition plans for us. So without further ado, before I introduce her, I also want to say, not only is she teaching at BFIT and Sensual 2019, a nutrition specifically for us dancers, she also has her own training company that I want you to explain better, because you're going to explain it a lot better than me, called Holistic Trainers. Without further ado, Puntí.
Thank you so much.
How is everything?
For your amazing presentation. Happy to be here.
I try to be good in doing presentations. Also, I try to be better. I try to be better. What? Tell us about Holistic Trainers. What is that?
Okay, I've been coaching. I talk to you. To the camera.
Whatever you prefer.
I've been coaching for 3 years online to women, to men, and to everybody who needs help with nutrition, weight loss, digestive issues, hormonal issues, etc. And I created Holistic Trainers 1 year ago, and it's an online platform built. Well, the team is made of nutritionists, doctors, personal trainers, psychologists, and yeah, that's it.
So
and we
the full circle completed.
Yeah, the holistic view of the human health, and that's for me, you know, the best approach to treat people and persons and see the health from an holistic approach, not just nutrition, not just medicine, all together, and of course with training.
That's awesome, and let's not forget you're also bachata dancer.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
You're the perfect one for coming to BFIT and Session. We're super proud to have you part of the team, and yeah, I mean, you're out here crushing it. Yeah, but I love the holistic. I love the holistic approach too. I talk about it a lot. Breathing, eating correctly, not having a negative emotion connected to food or performance. That it's just the thing. It shouldn't bother your thoughts so much. Do you think that's a thing dancers struggles with a lot? I mean, you gotta have it from both sides, right? Do you think a lot of dancers have a negative connection to food and nutrition?
Well, I think that they know that they should eat better, but with the travelings and, you know, the congresses and everything, it's so difficult to organize a meal plan. So they cannot stick to one classic plan, you know, to weight everything, to have, you know, everything super scheduled, because every week it's different from the other one. So I think that it's a little bit hard, but it's not impossible. You can always have, you know, your own routine and eat healthy. There are always options. So
what would you recommend to someone as myself who's traveling a lot? Let's say I travel every weekend and I'm gone from Friday and I'm back home in my home on Monday. What would be how would your approach be? Would it be more that you're teaching someone like me how to eat, or how do I survive a congress? Like, I have no idea what's being served.
Well, first of all, I would present like the perfect plate.
The perfect plate.
Well, first of all, I would say try to do between 2 or 3 good meals. Like, try to not eat all the time constantly in small portions. Like, try to plan at least like 3 meals, and have the idea of the perfect plate. To have, for example, half of the plate veggies, like whatever kind you want, 1/4 of protein, like lean protein, like cheese, chicken, fish, eggs, red meat, whatever, and the other 1/4 carbs, like some complex carbs,
rice.
Like, try to avoid like white bread, pasta, you know, like try to avoid sauces. Put your own salt and oil, like by your own, and try to choose complex carbs like potato, quinoa.
And I mean, even when you're out eating at a restaurant, right? Like, if you're an artist or you're a non-artist just traveling a lot with dancing, even when you're out to a restaurant, you can actually ask this. But can I have it without any sauce? Please don't put too much salt. Like, don't salt it. Just give it to me. Just cook it and give it to me.
Sometimes people it's afraid, you know, they're ashamed to ask for these things, but just ask to you know, in the restaurant, can I have like double portion of chicken, and you put a little bit of rice and some veggies, or change fried potatoes for veggies, or it's always, there are always options.
100%. I say it a lot, like when it comes to my clients also, right? Like, tell your friends what's up. It's like, okay, I have this goal, I'm going for this goal, and if you want to be part of me or my life throughout these next 12 weeks or 16 weeks or whatever, then you need to support me, and then this is gonna be what I'm doing, but there is ways around it.
Sometimes it's like, you know, I cannot follow exactly the plan, and I cannot do the breakfast, so, you know, let's forget about diet, and, you know, but no, try to do it like 60-50% good, and don't have the results.
Yeah, that's so important to like. So I had a Snickers today. Yeah, fuck it. You just throw the whole diet throughout the window. It's like, yeah, whatever. I broke it. It's done. It's just forget it. It's important. It's important to save yourself. If you take a wrong step, you just go right back on the road. Just go right back on the road. What do you think is the number one mistake dancers make when we are out traveling and dancing and going to congresses? When it comes to nutrition, of course.
Sometimes I see, for example, they eat like huge meals before shows, for example, and they feel uncomfortable when they are dancing. This is one of the things that dancers talk to me. And that they feel bloated, that they feel, you know, tired. And yes, what we were talking, like, that it's better to plan like these 2 meals. Do not eat nothing 2 hours before the show. You don't have problems with that. Try to avoid certain meals.
What type of so let's stick with that. I'm a dancer. There is a pool party coming up, or I just wanna feel perfect when I'm performing, or I just wanna choose to wear a top and I don't wanna feel bloated and there is social night coming up. What do I not eat?
Well, I would try to avoid, for example, legumes are really good, but a lot of people have problems with that.
Okay.
Try to avoid dairy, because almost 70% of the population is lactose intolerant, so it's probably that you feel bloated with that. Like carbs, like very processed food, like, I don't know, hydrogenated fats, processed food in general. Alcohol, of course, try to moderate and try to choose better distillate options, like I know gin or vodka are even better than beer or white wine, for example.
Got it. So instead, like we said, pick your poison. Don't have or you have rum or you have Coke. Don't go for rum and Coke. Like, don't do it.
Try to do not mix. Especially sugar is super inflammatory, and alcohol too. So if you mix all together, it's a boom for your
Got it. It's hard though. It's hard.
But if you have these certain things in mind,
but that's the thing. I don't think it's that people don't want to do it. I think it's people don't just understand how to work their way around it. Like, don't mix. Pick your poison. That's what I like to say. And what more I want to.
And not stress. Like, for example, we were talking a lot about fasting. So I think it's a really good option for dancers, because for business people, for example, you should not bring your Tupperware everywhere. So if you have 2-3 meals and you fast, fasting, for example, 12-14 hours, a space between when you finish dinner and you start your first meal, that you need like 12 or 14 hours of fasting.
Exactly.
So do not eat nothing to have the benefits. And it will be a great option. Like if you travel, for example, you take a plane 5 a.m. in the morning, so do not eat nothing, just drink a coffee, and when you arrive to the buffet, you can have your lunch.
And then you have a bigger meal, right?
And you will feel full. Maybe the first day you will feel like I'm hungry, I'm starving, but after 1 week,
it's a skill, right? It's a skill like every other skill. You just need to learn it. I've been experimenting with 24 hours, and you two, we've been doing it together. I want to try 48 soon. I want to try 48 before BFIT.
You're good.
I have some friends that are doing 3-day fasting right now, actually. But it's interesting. So after between 12 and 14 hours of fasting, that's when the actual benefits comes. And what type of benefits are those?
Like, you let your body to regenerate the cells, So it's a really anti-aging weapon, especially also for your digestive system. You let rest, you know, and renew the cells, because they take the, you know, the metabolites, the trash of your metabolic, you know, work of your body. They take all of them and they remove it from the, from the body.
Yeah.
So this would be the benefits of fasting.
One of many.
Yeah, one of many.
And
the practical is, you know, that when you are, for example, trying to lose weight, it's a really good option, because you don't do like 6 mini meals.
Exactly.
You do, you know, proper meals, and you feel.
Yeah, I read the research where they had two test groups, Group A and Group B, and Group A, they had the same amount of calories. They consumed the same amount of calories, and they trained the same amount of, or the same program. The people who ate 5 meals per day and the people who fasted for 12 hours, or was it 12 or 14 hours, but they still consumed the same. But there was a major increase in fat loss when it came to the people who actually fasted. And that was just staying away from food through a longer period of time, through a prolonged time, right?
Because your body, like when you're fasting, don't use glucose that comes from carbs. They start to use the fat, you know, of your body. First they use the glucose of your liver, and after to your muscles, and then they start like eating yourself, kind of. So the body use your own fat to get the energy.
Interesting.
Used to fasting.
It's so interesting. I love it. For me myself, I feel it's at the moment it's the perfect lifestyle. I don't even consider it a diet. Yeah. And like you're saying, just less to think about. I feel my focus it has increased a lot. What about for men and women? I mean, you're fasting every once in a while, or how do you fast differently from me, or would you give a man different fasting regimen, or a woman different fasting regimen?
Women tolerate less like calorie restriction, for example. So, and also in some studies have shown that women can have menstrual irregularities if you do it like 20 hours, 5 times or 7 times per week.
Okay, if you're pushing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in a man, I can say like you can do fastings, like long fastings. For example, 18 hours every day, no problem. But in women, I will do it like 4 times. Like you can stick to 12 hours, but I will do like 3 times a week.
Okay.
You know, long fasting, but not every day, 20 hours.
Nah. What about 16/8? I feel that's the norm when it comes to fasting. Would you recommend a woman that doesn't have any, like I'm talking about like an ideal person who doesn't have any issues with any hormonal issues, she just want to lose weight?
I will try it, and if this person shows some irregularities, I will change. But just try, you know, every person is different, every hormonal system is different. So I will try it, and if this person feels good, because some girls said to me like, Maria, I cannot do it, you know, I'm hungry in the morning and I get stressed. So okay, don't do 16, do 12.
Perfect. Yeah, then we work our way around it.
Yeah, for example, I don't know, I have some dancers that, for example, they are traveling the whole day, so they do a 24 hours, and perfect, you know, they feel good with that. And
yeah, it's so individual.
And try to, like, if you do fasting, like some people say like, okay, I'm fasting, but the rest of the meals, you know,
the trash.
Pay attention to that.
No, I'm fasting. Yeah, but you had 2 pizzas afterwards. It doesn't count.
And I break the fasting with a Coke and rice and everything.
What's the optimal meal to break the fast? What would you say?
It depends. If you want to maintain the benefits, then we'll do a high fat and high protein. Try to avoid carbs, especially like simple carbs like sugar or fruit.
Even fruit?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you, like, for example, some eggs with avocado and oil and spinach, for example, it would be a perfect meal to maintain, you know, a low glycemic index, you know, like insulin low, to maintain if you want to be lean and lose fat. If you want to build muscle, I would recommend to introduce carbs like rice or potato, sweet potato to your meal.
Interesting. So let's say I'm in Be Fit and Sensual. It's the 20th of July, which is Saturday. I party.
Great.
I party hard.
And what do?
There's one too many drinks.
Just tea and water, right?
Yeah, just tea and water.
Sure.
And I know there is a creperie right outside on the streets. maybe I go there afterwards.
Gluten
free for sure, but there's still a lot of Nutella on that crepe. What do I do the day after? What do I do the day after I've been having a cheat day, so to say?
Drink a lot of water, especially. You can try to fast. Okay, like for example, you wait until mid-afternoon. You have, or you can have a lunch, or you can wait until the dinner. You can drink some chamomilla, green tea, to help your digestive system. But don't try to compensate, like don't try to starve yourself the next days. Just wait, fast, return to your daily schedule, and that's it. And if you have to drink alcohol, for example, I would recommend to, while you are drinking, try to drink water to prevent from dehydration. There are some supplements like glutathione or acetylcysteine that I will explain in the conference that can help you to avoid hangover.
Let's put some photos on those 2 supplements here. I think a lot of people might like it. That's awesome. So
for example, introduce papaya or pineapple are 2 great fruits to help your digestive system to recover from
papaya and pineapple. Pineapple. I feel pineapple is the key to so many things. What a miracle fruit that is.
Diuretic, has some enzymes that helps to digest.
So what would be, I get asked this a lot. What type of supplements I should take? Give me a few examples of supplements that you would recommend for dancers that are living a crazy lifestyle, traveling all over the world and just up late, dancing a lot, social dancing, constantly sweating. Like, what is the number one?
I would recommend omega-3, because if you don't pay so much attention to your diet, you can have deficit and then have some. Omega-3 helps to build muscle, to have some benefits to disinflammate your organism, etc. So omega-3 could be an option. There's vegan options also. Amino acids, or if you have digestive issues, I won't recommend whey protein, but if not, whey protein, it's a really good option to take away. And
then you can have, like you said, like hemp protein, soy protein, pea protein, blah blah blah.
An interesting thing would be, for example, to mix 25% of the shake of whey and the other 25% of veggie protein, for example, to have perfect combo of aminos. Collagen also will be.
Collagen also.
Yeah, like hydrolyzed collagen to help, to your joints. And a multivitaminic, like. I don't used to recommend it, but if you cannot, pay so much attention to get, all the vitamins and minerals, it would be a good option.
Yeah, I mean, it's better to eat, but if you can't, if you are one of the few people that cannot, these are great options for you. I think we covered most of it. I think we covered a lot in this talk. I like what you said about the perfect plate, and also the fact of, if you're having structure in your life and you just happen to step off that path of healthiness, which I believe is good for you every once in a while, to actually take care. You know what, today I'm out, I'm just living as a normal person, drinking whatever is standing in front of me, eating whatever stands in front of me. Amazing. You don't need to feel bad. It's not what you're doing on Saturday that matters, it's what matters the whole week. I think that's super important. Yo, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the interview and inviting me.
Guys, 18th to 21st of July, Fuengirola, Malaga, together with Meda Puntí and Corky Yurik, Pablo Raquel, Truque Gloria, Bere Laura, Kiko Cristina, Badabi Badaba. By dancers, for dancers, and I see you guys in the next video.
See you. So good.